Well, John, I'm standing at the iconic gate to Auschwitz, a labour and extermination camp so big that it resembled a city and so brutally efficient that here alone over 1 million innocent Europeans were killed, the vast majority of them Jews. 5 million other Jews, as well as homosexuals, Roma, the handicapped and political prisoners were of course also murdered in many other camps just like this one. Tomorrow, political leaders will join Holocaust survivors to commemorate the day 70 years ago when Auschwitz was liberated by Soviet troops on their way to Berlin to defeat Adolf Hitler. Auschwitz is not only the most searing monument to the Holocaust, it has also come to represent the low point of human existence. How does one remember such a place? How does one do it justice? We'll find out from world leaders tomorrow, but I've been finding out today by speaking to some of the survivors. You've probably never heard of Auschwitz, the Polish name for a town that looks like any other in this neighborhood of Central Europe in the dead of winter. The snow shoveled, the Christmas tree outstaying its welcome in the main square, the elderly neighbors poised by their net curtains in their toy-colored tower blocks. When you arrive here, you're given a choice: visit the local castle or the place better known as Auschwitz, the German name that's become shorthand for humanity at its most inhumane. These bricks, these wires, these chimneys were the infrastructure of extermination, largely unchanged since the day 70 years ago when the camp was liberated by Soviet troops. What they found beggared belief and defied description. Then, and even now, over 1 million people killed here alone, the vast majority Jews from all over Europe. Those who live to tell the world are becoming fewer and fewer. This week some have been returning to bear witness, perhaps for the last time. Like prisoner 42589, Rose Schindler and her husband Max, also a Holocaust survivor. Do you remember the day that you arrived here?
Absolutely, I remember it like it would happen right now.
Can you tell me about it?
We came in, got in the train, the train stopped, an inmate comes on the train in a striped uniform. He says to me, "How old are you?" I said, "I am 14. He says, "Tell him you're 18.
All the way?
Okay.
Did that lie save your life?
Absolutely. Saved my life.
Why?
Because I was 18, not 14. 18-year-olds can work.
If there's one image that stays in your mind that keeps you still up at night, from here, what is it?
It's the image of my mother going into the gas chamber and not getting enough gas to be killed, because what they did in those days, Hitler didn't even have enough gas to kill all the people. They would push them out of the oven and burn them half alive. Can you imagine what that could do to a person? Seeing your own mother and sisters and brothers sitting in a floor and choking and then being burned half alive.
Some of the survivors came with their families, with the media in tow. Others, like Kazimir Piechowski, came only with their demons and didn't want to talk. I found out later that he was one of the few who'd managed to escape from Auschwitz. And then there was Dario Gabay, a Jew from Greece, the last survivor of a group of prisoners who had the grimmest task.
Well, I was working in the crematoria, taking the bodies from the gas chambers to the ovens.
You were taking the bodies from the gas chambers to the ovens?
Yeah.
For how many years or months did you have to do that?
I was doing that for a year, working at the crematoria.
Do the images still flash through your mind every day?
And how?
And how?
Yeah.
When people went to the gas chambers, what did you tell them?
Sometimes I had some friends of mine coming, and I told them, "You better go there, where it take 2 minutes to die, or you go there, take 5 minutes to die. And why suffer? Because there's no other way."
Even on a day like this, there are parts of Auschwitz that are eerily silent and empty. But this was once, 70 years ago and more, a factory, a teeming factory devoted towards processing people with Germanic efficiency towards their own death. And despite the museum here and despite all the interviews and despite all the explanations, the question still beckons. How is it possible for Germany to do something like this?
Die Häftlinge wurden zwar streng.
This is what the Nuremberg War Tribunal tried to understand when it put Rudolf Hurst, the camp commander of Auschwitz, on trial. And this is what Hurst's grandson is still trying to come to terms with today. He was also here. Because your grandfather ran this place. He created this place.
He creates. He made everything here, including the ovens, the gas chambers, and looking for better solutions to kill people by minute, more effectively.
How do you live with that? How have you lived with that?
I think it's a heavy burden you have, and you take it or leave it. So I can't cancel the lines to my family in 1985 completely. The whole
You
Hurst
disowned your family?
Completely. I took them away, out of my life, to denying the Holocaust.
They deny the Holocaust?
They deny.
These undeniable words stand as a unique monument of man's evil towards man. Auschwitz will probably never be forgotten, but as a deterrent or warning against genocide, it has already failed.